got to set that one up. And then, hello everyone. Welcome to the second stream of the day, and it will be the last stream of the day, so you won't get another at here ping like I did on Sunday, which is where I tormented you all with 3 at here pings, basically in a row because of VODs. Right. So today we have Dutch Community Team Ruby versus Arc Battle Queens. However, more importantly, I am joined by Lyre.
What's up?
And he is new to the whole casting shebang. So welcome to the life of perpetual hell that is casting. Welcome aboard. The roster on we are indeed. We have just been told, the roster's on streams and the roster spreadsheets. To be honest, because this season it has been a unprecedented upsurge in roster swaps and people leaving and people joining, we are not changing roster sheets until playoffs, because what we assume is the teams that make it to playoffs are the teams that are actually going to stick together. As sad as it sounds. And we're not doing any changes to the roster sheets there. So, anyway,
we're just going to roll with it.
Yeah, we are. So, the links to drafts have been sent out. We are waiting, I believe, on Arc Battle Queens to ready up for draft. But other than that, how are you doing, Lyre?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Worked 11.5 hours. Now we're here for a casting session. It's a good day. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. I've done a little bit of casting before with Titus, who is new to the whole shebang, and we are potentially now doing a Dr. Mundo dodgeball tournament soon as well.
Oh, we love to see it.
Which is going to be fun, thanks to a recommendation from Titus. So, that's good. That's good.
Thank you, Titus.
Oh, yeah, and we have got into draft. So draft is started. So you should have the. Let me.
So we're hoping to see some meta bans, but also some meta picks. Although there are some players in this game that don't necessarily go for meta champions. So It might just be that they do strong bans. It might be that they just go for comfort picks. We'll have to see. I didn't see any Graves in any of the two teams' picked champions, but Xin Zhao is one for, I believe, both teams. I could be incorrect on that, but I think no, it is just Arc that played the Xin Zhao.
So good scouting from Dutch Community Team Ruby, recognizing the Xin Zhao may be a problem, but LeBlanc being banned out as well. Lulu is also banned away. Clearly, Arc witnessed the Cataclysm bot lane play Vayne Lulu, and we're quite scared that Dutch Community Team Ruby could use it to the same effect.
With these current bans, though, I'm wondering, are they going to put priority onto a support? Like, are they going to go for a Rakan first pick or a Nami first pick?
Potentially, Nami has been rising in the ranks in terms of picker viability, thanks to the new Lucian changes, the Enchanter buffs, Lucian Nami with the Electrocute, a very, very strong lane duo. So we'll have to see whether the priority is being put onto the support here, or whether, priority on the bot lane, shall we say, or whether... Shit, dropped my phone.
What is interesting is that Arc did choose to ban out Mr. Sleep's main, Zillion, despite it not being it's not a very high pick, and there it is, and Misfortune, even better.
We love it. I love Misfortune, honestly. I just love the fact that you witness like an assassin try and get on top of her, and just after 3 bullets they're dead. But that's just me. Fuck assassins.
It's interesting because I didn't see Misfortune in Punky's champions at all.
I think he played it in game 1 against Cataclysm, against Kenez' Aphelios. As the Ezreal, Raka is a very prominent Ezreal player. Ezreal has been left open, and they will lock it in for Raka. So Ezreal, a pretty safe answer to the Misfortune, does have that Arcane Shift away. And everyone knows Ezreal is one of the safest marksmen in the game. So just locking in that safety for Arc Battle Queens.
Question is, will we see something like a Yumi with this, or are we going to see something standard? Could it be a Leona pick to take it away from DCTR?
Potentially, it could be. I'm not particularly sure.
Okay, I would say that I'm shocked by that. However,
Yes.
I'm not. Cyrex does play the Shaco. Out of all the champions I could find, he plays the Shaco.
Yeah, Shaco. I mean, it could be a Shaco support, of course. Never write it off. Shaco support, very strong. Can go AP, can go AD. Just a lot of flexibility in terms of what Arc Battle Queens will need. Can do that in the jungle as well, but obviously I think its AP Shaco is a lot less powerful in the jungle than it is at support. But the Yumi is going to get locked in for Obsession. This Misfortune Yumi bot lane in Game 1 against Cataclysm allowed through for this Game 1 as well. Did provide quite a lot, and I would not be surprised to see a Lilia pick here. Skycall did play it in the series, well, in the VOD that we watched, and he had an absolute pop-off performance. Near 10 CS a minute, was like 11-0 and 2 or something, and it is going to be the Lilia. Yeah, this is
disgusting.
Ren is just going to die. I'm just going to put it bluntly. Ren is going to die.
Is that a top lane Lilia?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
we saw it earlier. It was all.
So does this mean we're still open for the opportunity of an assassin jungle to pick with the Yumi?
Yes. Oh, imagine Talon. The Talon.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Talon is one of the Doormats champions. If that is the correct player, I believe it is.
Yeah, it is.
A Soraka counter? I mean, I don't know why.
Ezreal's, this draft is not looking very strong for the side of Arc Battle Queens. I mean, maybe the silence, the Equinox for the silence to try and slow down this Lilia, can place it down and you can lose track of it, and then just walk back into it, get rooted up, and you don't want that, especially with how squishy the current composition of Dutch Community Team Ruby are currently drafting. Zoe and Viego are the opted bans, and Karma is being banned out in the top lane. Viego, strong champion. Karma top. I'd say a decent answer into Lilia. Both range does kind of deny Lilia her safety. So yeah.
Absolutely. I think that the Viego would have been a good pick with the Yumi as well.
Honestly, I think most viable junglers now are a good pick with the Yumi. As the Ornn is going to get banned. 3 bans to this top side. They really think that Ren is a strong top player. Don't want to give that safety in the top side. There is only realistically one champion left that I can think of that Ren can play that could potentially be an answer into this Lilia. But we'll have to see if it is picked as Syndra for the mid lane. Blinding the mid lane is an interesting decision. Because normally,
I guess that they may be scared that the Lilia could still be flexed into jungle.
Yeah, I guess so, but I'm not sure Lilia has the best of times into Shaco, just because, you know, your passive, the burn damage, Shaco's clone, then the flee, it will completely counter you. Well, not completely, but, you know, it will provide a nuisance as the Cogmore is going to get locked in. Now, this is most likely looking like an AP Cogmore mid that we haven't seen in a while for the Syndra. It's going to be really annoying for Syndra to deal with. This Cogmore is a very good lane bully, especially alone and on AP. He deals an unprecedented amount of damage.
I'm excited for this game.
I am aroused. No. Cogmore being locked in as well. And then this final pick will determine who is going where. As I drop my phone again. And it's Hecarim. It looks like it's going to be a Hecarim jungle. Lilia top. So now Arc Battle Queens with this information will know exactly where this Lilia is going. And try and pick a counter.
There's a lot of movement speed coming out of DCTR. I can see a Shurelya's on this Yumi as well.
Oh, just full movement speed. Now that He's lovely.
I've played against Yumi and Lilia, and if the Lilia is ahead, those two champions together, Anna CoraL is, you are being steamrolled. There is nothing you can do to stop it. Ooh,
Yeah,
an Urgot pick though.
I'm gonna come out and say it. I really don't like this Urgot pick. I genuinely feel like you pick anything else, it would probably have a better time because your Urgot, you're short range, and you're trying to get into this kind of range competition. Who are you gonna have in your face? Well, you're gonna have a Lilia who's spacing you. You're gonna have a Hecarim who's gonna be full tank and most likely gonna have a Yumi on him to heal him past the Urgot execution. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one as well.
I'm just very conflicted. It looks like Ark have drafted to go for a team fight, but I don't think they can team fight against DCTR.
They can't.
There's just no way. Like,
yeah, there is no way.
There is no way, right?
Yeah, there genuinely is no way they can team fight this.
We'll have to see, right? Who knows? Ark may absolutely stomp the lanes in the early and just steamroll ahead.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
If this Shaco can do the job of a Shaco well, then I'll be impressed.
Yeah, Shaco is I would guess is the saving grace kind of Ark. And he's going to manage to be able to kind of do a little bit of disruption work in this backline, but it's not going to be. The
Ezreal is going to have to scale, and even then, I don't think he can deal with Lilia and Hecarim. It depends. If the Ezreal can get to Frozen Heart, then there's a chance. But
even then, with Frozen Heart, it's not going to be able to deal with the Lilia. He'll be able to deal with the Hecarim for sure, but Ezreal's going to be forced to build Wit's End, or actually no, maybe he can. It's not too much magic resist, but he does have a Soraka, and Soraka now rushes Warmogs as first item. So there's going to be so much like healing or health pool to regenerate from. But the cooldowns, if Dutch Community Team Ruby can abuse the cooldowns, then this is just not a.
And with Misfortune, you've got the two different build paths. MF could easily just go into the Arcane Comet poke build and just maybe that's why they drafted the Soraka.
Yeah,
so they can
maybe
counteract the poke.
Expecting it to be a lethality Misfortune, when Misfortune can obviously change her rune page before the game. An interesting way to do it, because now Misfortune knows, oh well, I'll just go on hit or whatever it's called. I don't know the difference. I call it on hit and lethality. Okay, I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but on hit Misfortune, just Kraken Slayer, all the damage, pile it on, crit. The crit build. There you go. Crit build.
That'll do.
That'll do.
We've got a crit build, and we've got lethality. Poke build.
Yeah.
No, we don't call it lethality.
Oh,
you can't call it lethality. That's too posh.
Oh, sorry. I'm too posh. I am too.
It's the pokey build.
It's the pokey. Pokey.
What else do we actually have going on? Like,
honestly, I don't know. Dutch Community Team Ruby did really thin out that top lane champion pool, just kind of abusing the fact that Ren has a small champion pool.
They just went for champions I would not have expected.
Oh yeah, tell that to me.
I feel like I've gone crazy just in watching this already, but. They picked Cogmore mid when their mid lane has been playing Vex. But no team is drafting Vex, and she's probably the strongest champion in the game right now.
Yeah, very strong if you utilize it properly. It was utilized properly, I believe, for Dutch Community Team Ruby in Game 2 against the. This is the only side that kind of scouting that I've done is the game that I casted. But it was utilised very well in Game 2 for Dutch community Team Ruby, so it is interesting to see the Vex not come out, but I'm going to assume that Vex doesn't have a fun time into Syndra. You're kind of a short-range mage.
Yeah.
You have to get in with the E, the W. You're either in the face or you're long-range pokey with your Q. And if you have to be sort of in your face, then Syndra is just going to beat you into submission. So the Cogmore is an interesting pick. I got bullied by it once in a scrim, I'm not going to lie, and I got absolutely demolished by it because I just didn't know what the champion did in terms of AP.
A lot of damage, basically.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way by going like 0-6. It was not fun. It was really not fun. I think I was playing bloody Cassiopeia as well, so it wasn't even like I could all in. I just got picked up before I could even do anything.
Yeah,
we're not here to listen to my life story. We're here to cast this game. And
that's the mid lane life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's pain. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I mean, we could definitely talk about jungle pathing, like.
I mean, you've got a bit more experience on the earlier game from DCTR. What do you think they're going to do?
Dermat does tend to like to path towards the top side and play around Skycode quite a lot. He did it in the Game 1. He actually did it quite a bit in Game 2 as well. Game 2, though, every time he did try to go bot, he was counter-ganked by Mindless, so I guess that would be a reason why he was swayed away from camping or from trying to affect this bot side too much. So
yeah,
definitely looking towards the top side is one of Dermat's game plans. However, I know that Arc Battle Queens are going to play around this bot side quite heavily. They do like to leave Ren on an island, try and get her to sort of just stay even in lane, so then it can allow this bot lane to do well and to try and help. And then because she hasn't inted or she hasn't given over too much gold, or she hasn't bled too much.
Yeah, I mean, if Punky and Obsession do it right, they can just negate all of the work from Cyrex if he does choose to go bot, which is why I think he may actually go around Cogmore. He's very immobile, so if he can just get in on this Cogmore and shut it down early, get the Syndra ahead, that could be a win condition for them.
Yeah, I can imagine definitely that Cogmore will be the target of a level 2.
Yeah.
I really don't see that not being what's going to happen. But
could be too obvious, and they may just completely flip the script on us.
Yeah, maybe Shaco full clear. Never before seen gameplay.
That will be the day you get a Shaco full clear gameplay.
Today will be the day is where I have my mind blown about Shaco full clear gameplay and not going for a level 2 cheese gank. But
go on.
10 seconds until we hop in, so that's when we will be proven right or wrong with our hypothesis.
Yeah. So we do have Cyrex subbing in for Battle Queens. He's going to be taking jungle from, I believe, Enigma.
Yes.
I think they've been practicing with Cyrex, so I think they probably knew a couple days in advance that they weren't going to be playing with Enigma, so they've definitely had some time to play with him or her. I'm actually unsure of the gender of the players today.
Him.
It's a him.
It's a him.
So let's see if they can put the games together that they've done and pull out a win.
I forgot I need to transition to the actual game. I forgot to change the teams. Don't mind me.
We love it. We are completely organised. Don't mind us.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's gonna have to be art. There we go. Transition. Yeah, and you're gonna see time controls. I'm sorry, guys. This is
completely professional from us.
There we go. Hey, when you only have one monitor, it's hard. I'm working with scraps here.
I'm feeling it today because One of my monitors has also broke recently, so...
Oh, pain. I just want a second monitor. That's all I really want. As it looks like Dutch Community Team Ruby are going to get caught out on this invade. The E is going to land, though, from Cogmore. Will the Q slow? The Q slow will as well. Ren may be forced to... No, Ren is not forced to flash. She's just going to walk it out. And Dutch Community Team Ruby are going to get some information.
So, as we get into the game, we do have DCTR and Arc. On the side of DCTR, we have Sky Cold in top on Lilia, the Durmat as Hecarim in the jungle, Mr. Sleeps on Cogmore mid, Punky Boy, Misfortune AD carry, and Obsession on Yuumi support. And on the side of Arc, we have Ren on Urgot, Cyrex on Shaco, Floopy on Syndra, Raka on Ezreal, and Scylla on Soraka with Barrier.
Yeah, interestingly enough to me, Sleeps did not opt to go for Barrier. Sleeps opted to go for TP. On the Cogmore, I really think that that is a mistake. I think Cogmore AP is all about the lane, less about the game. You know, you want to bully this Syndra, you want to look to bully your laner, you want to look to just basically say, this is my lane, get out. So, having TP and basically giving Floopy kind of like a way into the lane already is not very good from Mr. Sleeps, but obviously he's the player, not me. He can take whatever he wants. If he's preferred more to play with teleport by his team, then so be it. As we just see a little bit of early poking in the bot lane.
I feel like even Ghost or Exhaust would have been good. Knowing you're going to a Shaco,
yeah.
We do see Sky Cold abusing Ren already on the level 2.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough for Sky Cold. Not for Sky Cold, sorry, for Ren. She did go the Doran's shield, though, to start with. So, recognizing that she is going to get poked out a lot, it's going to kind of be poked. Well, yeah, basically just be poked. As Shaco is going to look for a lane gank level 3 here. I'm not sure if it's going to work, though.
They did see him, I believe.
Yeah, there's the ward being placed. Cyrex is going to be forced away, and this is absolutely terrible for the Shaco to get spotted out in such a way like that.
It's already a loss of tempo for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and now Shaco has to sort of run and try and scamper something from somewhere else. Hecarim did do a full clear of his bot side, so Shaco can't even regenerate or recuperate the loss there.
He's even invading and taking more of Shaco's camps. So we see Shaco taking the bottom scuttle. Now, will we see Hecarim get the top one and just take the 1-for-1? As Arc are winning a trade in bot lane.
Yeah, as Sky Cold and Ren are going to take a trade. And there's the dash forward. Sky Cold baiting that one out beautifully. And Ren is just taking so much damage thanks to this burn passive.
What I have noticed is Arcane Comet on Lilia.
Is annoying.
Very much so. I never expected that one.
Yeah, helps with the lane. Honestly, at this point though, I can definitely see why. Lilia doesn't really have much in terms of the way of healing for her team, so going the Arcane Comet, kind of going full burn.
Yeah. We do see she is double the CS lead in top lane already.
Yeah, and Ren forced her back under her tier 2, scared of the dive from Durmat. Good pressure from Durmat. And yeah, it's just not going well. It's really not going well. The TP coming in from Ren on this top side. Sky Cold is going to, I believe, see that one on the minimap and just going to back away.
And a Dark Seal. Sky Cold is feeling confident in this. And I can't blame him.
You must be a little bit ahead of me. Hang on, let me do this. Boom. There we go. What time are you at now?
I'm at 4:56.
Jesus Christ, you're well ahead of me. Okay, I'm at 4:59.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. We're just out here living our best lives.
We are indeed. Hopefully now we are around the same. I did just speed it up a little bit, and all there was, really, was farming going on. The directed camera did not move from the bot lane, so luckily we did not miss out on anything.
It is really enjoying bot lane this game.
I mean, I guess that the game is trying to say, look, this is where all the action's going to happen, where you have 2 enchanters and an Ezreal and a Misfortune.
We do see Shaco in the lane again.
Yeah, he's going to look for something again, expecting there to be for the aggression from the side of Dutch Community Team Ruby, but Punky Boy doing a fantastic job. He's just permanently freezing this wave, not allowing anything to be done in this bot side of the map. Really, just playing safe.
It's such a smart play, because like we said, the Shaco needs to get someone ahead, and they're just not letting them. They're just holding it back. Even Cogmore seems to just be going even and not having to worry right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's...
Ooh,
really
we do see Ren has got 6 before Sky Cold.
Yeah, the TP back did help with that. Sky Cold did opt to run back. However, Ren maybe caught a little bit up here. She's going to go and ward her bush, and it's going to spot a Hecarim, as we see that on the minimap happens because the director camera doesn't want to show us any action. Wants to show us the farm fest in bot lane.
It is obsessed with these enchanters.
I mean, Soraka's poking. Something must be happening, right, guys?
They knew they had a support coming to cast this game today, so they were like,
yeah,
it's staying on bot lane.
League of Legends really helping a homie out.
Yeah,
so,
really does.
Yeah, and can see now the lane is being forced out a little bit. Raka and Scylla really recognizing that the permanent freeze, they're gonna have to try and break it, and there it is. There's the Drowsy, the E forward from Ren. The sleeve is gonna happen. There is the fantastic communication. Ren is gonna fall for first blood. Sky Cold picks that one up and is getting that Dark Seal stacked nice and early, but great communication.
Clean.
Yeah, just clean. It really
It was just complete and utter. It was destruction, really. There is no other word for it. I mean, it's odd that Ren stayed that long, or even decided to push up, because we knew Hecarim was topside, and yet we stayed far enough up that we could still get caught out by the Hecarim.
Yeah, did see it on the ward as well, so you do have to question what really Ren was doing there. Why she was kind of trying to press anything in that lane. Just kind of, at that point, just give up the lane and recognize, like, you know, I'm going to have to let this wave push into me. Hecarim is on the top side of the map, or is hovering around. And with how Punky Boy and Obsession were playing, they should be communicated as well. So it was very, just all-round questionable play. But still.
And on top of that, with the side of DCTR staying so under their tower, I'm surprised we didn't opt to see a cross-map play and take the dragon.
Yeah, that's very true. That is... Yeah, Punky Boy and Obsession are really not getting any priority in this bot side. Just kind of giving it all up. So Cyrex really could look for an early Drake here. Well, not early, but he could have. But they are now moving over to the Drake. Oh no, he's just going over the wall for the Blast Cone. I thought he was looking for an invade there, but he wasn't.
They're spending a lot of time out of bot lane right now, so it's only... Oh, no. They do not even seem to notice that they have gone from lane that long, and they are just taking the dragon.
Yeah, taking the dragon for free. I really don't think the Dutch Community Team Ruby need to contest these early Drakes. It's kind of Arc Battle Queens that are on the timer.
Yeah, this is true.
Shaco, Urgot both fall off really heavily. Urgot, obviously, if he gets ahead, he can steamroll the game, but if you stay even with him or even make him fall behind, he is really useless. Same with the Shaco. If you go even, then he's not as strong as he could be.
Even so, though, for a first Infernal Dragon, for that extra damage,
yeah.
I mean, it's the extra damage.
Yeah, and Ren's just being poked out here. This is just horrible to deal with in lane.
I can see a dive. I think Sky Cold might actually go for the dive.
Yeah, I definitely... Does he have a sleep? He does have the sleep. Maybe he needs to burn him down a little bit more. Scylla is on the top side of the map as well, potentially covering for this dive. Does have that ultimate as well. So, you know, a dive is very, very risky. Sky Cold getting caught out on a sweeper.
And we see nothing. There's a lot of safe playing in this game, and you've got to respect it.
Yeah, Dutch Community Team Ruby not wanted to give over anything to Arc Battle Queens.
Oh.
There is a couple pings going down, but Sky Cold finds himself a control ward. And
a nice, easy 30 gold.
yeah, not contested, not wanting to save that. There's a swirl seed thing for Lilia. I'm going to have to read up on her abilities now that she's being picked a lot more.
Yeah, you got the swell seed. Will we see the Lilting Lullaby? Yes,
Yeah,
there's
there
the
we
Lilting
go.
Lullaby.
And it's the sleep. It is the Q under tower. I mean, Skycold, is he going to look for something here? He's looking to disrespect with the seed. There's this flash Q. But
there's the Soraka ult.
The Soraka ult in time. Ren being saved by the Soraka ultimate. So, really, now, but unfortunately now has to give up the tower and just, you can see by not really respecting this Lilia, by not really anything. And there's the ultimate coming out from Punky Boy. He's going to have to cancel a bullet time, and there is a fantastic true shot barrage. Cyrex is there on the bot side. He is caught out on a ward, but they don't notice it. Punky Boy is looking for Scylla. The flash from Scylla away. Punky Boy is going to fall. Rekka's going to pick up the kill.
Try and take the 1-for-1.
He can't, though. The Ignite's going to come down, but Dermat is here. He's going to use the ultimate. He's going to miss Scylla. The W is going to come in. It's a double kill for Dermat.
Kill still.
Potentially, Dermat could turn it around for a triple kill. Cyrex does have the health advantage, sorry, and also the clone advantage. But
he is going to play it safe and walk out of there.
Floopy coming down as well, potentially going to look for something, try and catch out the Hecarim, but it's not going to be. It's going to be of value, and they're going to walk away. Yeah, a double kill now on this Hecarim. He's going to be.
Jaco is pressing an invade though.
Yeah, Skycold is just expecting Ren to run away. There's the stun. Actually managed to hit it, but there's Soul Seed out trading thanks to the Fiendish Codex Lost Chapter that has been built.
And the Ninja Tabby as well.
Yeah, compared to a Merc Treads. Oh, that's so much damage.
Oh my god.
You also have to remember that the edge of that is true damage. It's not even.
Lilia is starting to steamroll. Yeah. The Blooming Blows are just. They do so much. Like, we've had to see Scylla move back top just to keep Ren in. But this could be a kill if they play it right.
Yeah, Ren forcing Scylla's attention elsewhere. This means that Racket is going to have to lane 1v2. Going to have to lose a little bit of this tempo on the bot side of the map. And Skycold now, Skycold, this could be horrible. But he is going to hit both of them. He's going to run away. There's the ultimate from Urgot. That's such a big slow. There it is, and there's the suppress. Skycold is going to fall. Free top side, though, for that kill. They're committing so much.
And there goes the Dark Seal stacks that had been claimed.
Yeah. But, you know, the kill going on to the Urgot. Yeah, you're going to need it because this Urgot, you know, get more kills on him. He can start being a real nuisance. People are going to have to start respecting him. But...
Okay. We do see DCTR pushing up, taking plates.
Yeah, just playing the lady phase kind of perfectly how they want to. Floopy is going to TP in, forcing out the flash from Mr. Sleeps. Mr. Sleeps just dealing so much damage with that EQ, but there's the stun. No flash this time. No barrier.
And we don't see his team come to help him.
No, they're just going to take the blue instead. Give it over to the Hecarim.
They are ready for the dragon.
Yeah.
We see Urgot has TP, and he is pathing top right now. So we may see a 4v5 if they decide to start this dragon. Urgot
does have the TP, but
just a lot of pressing for vision right now.
There's no real good ward to TP to for Urgot. The engage comes in, and still no TP as Scylla falls, and Cyrex, the clone, is gonna fall. As Urgot is gonna rather take some towers. You know, you kind of really needed your Urgot to TP to that ward that was just destroyed there to force, to make that engage not look as strong as it would be. Maybe even just a premature
with the barrier.
TP. Yeah, you know. It's the thing of the TP had to come in on that ward prematurely just to help pick up that Drake. Because now Skycore potentially is going to get caught out here. Is slowed by the Q. Is there going to be any more? No, the Q from Lilia, the passive speed up. It is not enough. Cyrex now is going to go look in for an engage, but there's the ghost from... Oh, that's beautiful from Hecarim, pushing them both into the Cogmore ult. And there's the double kill for the Lilia, the double Q, the True Shot Barrage coming in, but it's not going to be enough, not going to take anyone down. Cyrex forced to go away. And, you know, Arc caught caught kind of barehanded there, pants down. And Urgot and
Guy
Syndra
cold.
fall.
He just said, no, you're not just taking things for free. This belongs... Oh,
Cyrex. Cyrex actually steals it.
Oh.
But is he going to fall for it? No Q available. Yeah, he will die, but he did steal the Rift Tower. That's a very big steal. You know, kind of just against the flow of the game, as you would say.
and we do see that he now has Duskblade on. So if he can get a reset in a fight, he could be a threat. He could be a real threat.
Yeah, as well, this Misfortune has not respected the Shaco, has opted for the Kraken Slayer instead of the Immortal Shield there. As Floopy takes so much damage, but does a lot of damage in return. There's the ultimate, but there's no barrier. There's the ultimate.
No barrier.
And is there going to be the... Yeah, there's the heal. Oh, just tanking the Kog'Maw ultimate. That's not what you want. But still gets healed by the Soraka anyway. Very nice solo kill from the Syndra using that unleashed power.
It does look like Scylla is opting to rush a Mikhails, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it does look it. And there's the ultimate from Ezreal. Forced a flash. Was rooted up. Very aggressive there.
Doesn't look like he took that much damage, though.
Divine Sundering healing. As Cyrex is going to look for another gank on this bot side.
This could be the bottom tower. We are still looking for first tower blood, so with no plates up.
Yeah, and all of Arc Battle Queen's towers are... There's the Make It Rain. No flash on Ezreal. Let's remember, there's the Arcane Shift. Dermat does have the devastating charge, but it's not going to be... he's not going to use it.
Oh, Cyrex takes his one escape out.
Yeah, he does still have the ultimate. The ultimate has been used, but the director camera would rather show us Ren being poked down as Kog'Maw just one-taps the Shaco clone with his ultimate.
We had a very quiet first 10 minutes, and now all chaos and hell has been unleashed, and I love it. I live for it. I'm here for it.
One thing I would like to point out and would like to give props to is Skycold's CSing, almost hitting that 100 10 CS a minute, as there is the WQ, and it's just, you can't do anything. There is no counterplay. Ren
once
falling.
You are asleep.
Yeah. First tower. Oh, it's horrible.
I guess they did not do enough research to know about this Lilia. But it is hard. I tried to look Sky Cold up, and all I could find for him was Silas games. So
he is a
maybe they've been doing it in scrims.
Yeah, maybe. Could be used in some scrims, as there is the second tower falling for the side of Dutch community team Ruby. There's the flea, but the stun misses from Floopy. So that could actually be the escape of Skycold, as the good dodge by Cyrex, but it's not going to be enough. There's the Q. Skycold is going to be forced to flash though. Syndra does have that ultimate, doesn't have the flash though, so no flash ultimate, and the mid turret now falls for Dutch community team Ruby. Arc Battle Queen's just losing all over the map. They lose their Shaco, they lose their mid tier 1, they lose their bot tier 1,
and Skycold is making use of the Dream Laden bows. He is using that movement speed to get around and make sure he is avoiding as much as he can. Yeah,
just being an absolute nuisance for Arc Battle Queens, and rightly so. Ren now forced to come to the mid lane to try and farm up, just to try and get some gold. The True Shot Barrage being used to try and steal away that blue buff, but it wasn't enough. Dermat does take that one away from Cyrex, and this is the negatives of Shaco, you know?
We do see the supports pick up their first items. We have the Moonstone on the Yuumi, and we have Mikhails on the Soraka.
Mikhails is a good pickup for Soraka. You know, they sleep from Lilia to deny the sleep from Lilia, as the Rift Tunnel was, I believe, panic placed or was about to run out for Arc Battle Queens. However, they are looking to set up for this Drake. Mr. Sleeps is just going to almost one-shot Cyrex, and he actually does.
God.
A beautiful ultimate placement. This Shaco one-shot, and now Dutch community team Ruby are going to isolate Scylla. Dermat's going to pick up that kill there. Floopy's going to fall very low thanks to the burn, the flash away. Raka caught herself on the front line.
May die
there's
to the burn.
Root. There's the bullet time. It's over. And Dermat picks up the Syndra, sorry. And it's just gone from bad to worse, and you just have to say that it all stems from this Lilia.
Sky Cold is showing real mastery of the champion.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
It is
like,
very.
if this Yuumi sits on Sky Cold now, that's it. That could be game for them.
And there's the tier 2 mid. Just walked up one, tapped it. He didn't even take a tower shot thanks to Obsession.
And the Dream Laden bows, honestly, the passive of Lilia is so strong if you know how to use it. If you can constantly keep that stacking just by throwing your swirling seeds down the lanes and hitting your, I believe it's your blossoming blooms, something like that, her Q.
Yeah. So
and
I
you
just
can
call
just
it a Q.
if you can just keep stacking with those two, you know, a whiff from both Sky Cold and Obsession on Scylla.
That's interesting. Interesting whiffs there, but you know they don't have to get these kills. Cyrex, that's an ultimate from Hogwarts. So much damage. There's the fleet.
Cyrex.
Oh, wait.
They still have vision on you from the ultimate of Cogmore.
Yeah.
Although
they did, but there's the true shot barrage. Mr. Sleeps. Oh, he's gonna dodge away. The did he flash? He did indeed flash.
He did flash.
The true shot barrage forced to flash. Almost a good pickup from Raka, but it's
almost is just not quite good enough, unfortunately.
Very true. And you know, you do kind of have to say that the saving grace has been the bot side of the map for Arc Battle Queens. You know, Scylla on this Soraka has kept people alive the best she can. Raka on the Ezreal didn't. You know, it's out CSing the lane that perma froze on her, and Syndra, you could technically class as well, is doing all right for mid. Just lost
the lane.
The lane.
It's just, how do we see Arc pull back this 10k deficit?
You don't.
Oh, that's okay. It's fine that you have Dermat with you, but that is the burn of the, I believe it's something chapter, final chapter.
Yeah,
we're getting there with learning names of
we're
abilities.
Yes. We'll soon know them all as the drowns and Lilting Lullaby goes down. There is the WQ.
Oh my, yeah.
And that is the monster that's been made in the top lane. Just no answer for it at all from Arc Battle Queens.
Yeah, like a level 15 Lilia, just not even scared to dive a tower.
It's just so. It's so just the ghost has been used now.
We hit.
Yuumi is
Scylla.
there.
Oh,
that's a bit. The make it rain bullet time. The Mikhail's blessing. Actually, the healing coming out from there. The barrier was shredded straight through, but the healing now on the item gets rid of the.
If I'm correct, I believe she used it to get rid of the slow from the red buff off of and the make it rain.
Oh, that's quite smart. But as smart as it was, doesn't stop you losing your tier 3 inhib. There's the flash Q, and Cyrex is going to fall again. And it's just a Lilia domination.
It feels like Sky Cold is just everywhere, you know, top lane to the jungle within 10 seconds. You've got 10 CS per minute, you know, it's really scary. I think Arc need to be worried. Floopy getting hit by another Cogmore ult.
It's just not fair. I think it's called the Arcane Barrage or something. No, that's Zeraf.
No, there's just so much pressure from the side of DCTR.
Yeah. It's just, what can you do if you're on the side of Arc? You don't have any DPS, because Ezreal is your DPS, but he doesn't even get any time to stack it because he gets slowed, and then his passive stacks wear off, or he gets one shot, you know? You don't have any...
Still waiting on the mirror mana as well.
Yeah, your burst is Syndra, but I would assume that Syndra now, she's going to have to sell that Dark Seal soon, and that's 350 gold wasted, you know, or 120 you could say, as Cyrex.
You're in the wrong place, Cyrex.
He gets slowed. Well, we know which one it is.
Oh, no.
There's the healing. There's the Soraka ult. Another Hughes. Skycore's just playing with his food. And Scylla is actually going to do a very good job of keeping him alive.
Scylla being the saving grace of Arc right now. However, DCTR, they're on the Baron.
Yeah, True Shot Barrage, a little bit too early. However, with lack of vision, you do have to say it was a graceful attempt. 4 levels down between Ezreal and Skycold means that Ezreal just can't walk up. No stats at all are going to help. There's the Cogmore E, and Ren is down to half HP. Rakka's already down to a quarter HP. It's going to have to Arcane Shift out of that Cogmore ultimate. No flash. Oh no, there was flash, but would prefer to use the Arcane Shift. There's the ult. There's the second ult. So much damage coming
Stepping
down.
Up just Cogmore. Too far. It's not the one.
With it, flashing away. There's the bullet time, and it's just.
Oh my god. Cyrex. Punky Boy just said no, not today.
Yeah, Mr. Sleeps finding the kill. Skycold. It's actually now going to get outplayed. Forced to use the Zhonya's stopwatch. There's the silence, no way out, but Obsession's going to try and come in and heal. That's not enough. Ren is going to pick up the shutdown, and Punky Boy, though, is going to respond. Scylla is going to fall very low. There's the auto attack, I believe, from Mr. Sleeps. Mr. Sleeps, he just goes down to the tower, and despite all that, you would assume that Dutch Green Team Ruby are going to go for the 3 inhibs. Well, not even a near-perfect game, but in terms of objectives, you know, no towers lost, only giving over 1 Drake, losing 1 Herald thanks to the steal from Cyrex. Cyrex goes invisible, puts down the fear. He's doing everything he can to try and stop this, but Dermat is just going to pick up. It's not enough. The clone falls. That's quite a lot of Shaco's fear factor gone. And
DCTR looking really, really strong and really well composed.
Yeah, they definitely a different DCTR than what we saw earlier on in the split.
They don't want to lose. They want this comeback, and they are ready for it.
Yeah, they really do, and they're going to pick up now their 3rd Drake of the game, puts them onto Mountain Soul Point, and it has just been an absolute annihilation from start to finish.
Punky Boy catching up in CS and taking over Rakka. I don't see a way that Arc can get back into this one now.
Yeah, Rakka only on 2.5 items, you know. Lilia almost completing that Rabadon's death cap. Has completed the Rabadon's death cap now. Punky Boy is the same amount of items as Ezreal, as Rakka. And it's really just... the top and jungle has really just taken over this game.
We see a really late Executioner's calling coming in on Rakka. I don't see any use in it. I would, at this point, I would favour just taking more poke damage. You know, go maybe even the Cyrilda's Grudge to keep him at bay.
Yeah, as Mr. Sleeps potentially has been caught out, there is the Ignite from Cyrex. He's going to pick up a big shutdown into his back pocket. However, Dermat is on the chase. Scylla using the ultimate there. Got to keep his support, his jungler alive.
Scylla is just, yeah. I mean, I'm impressed. For a Soraka into this deadly of a comp, Scylla is just not letting it slide.
Yeah, Scylla performing very well on this Soraka, and it is just the final chapter is going to get used. It is just going to ward off Arc Battle Queens. They can't do anything.
At this point, there's just too many minions in the base.
Yeah, you would really call just sit in the base. There's the Mikhails. Ren is going to fall. Nothing that she can do. Syndra did get the shutdown onto Punky Boy, though, I believe, with the help of the fountain. There's the Q, though, from Skycold. So much damage. There's the exhaust onto Rakka, but it's not going to be
just
enough.
ends the game.
Yeah, Dermat is going to be the one to end the game. No, they're not. They're going to stop attacking the Nexus, but it's going to be the Winions. There's the ultimate from Dermat. He's going to pick himself up the plus 50 gold, and it was a GG, but honestly, an absolute annihilation from start to finish.
Yeah, and as you saw at the very end there, Skycold taking literally no damage from Arc because of the Yuumi on top of her.
Yeah.
Jeez. I thought that we would see Arc. They put up a fight. I thought we'd see maybe a bit more priority onto mid lane. And I think that was where they went wrong, not prioritizing that mid lane, because we knew that DCTR were playing safe that whole time, and they just did not let anything go in the bot lane. And, you know, they played towards the top side. It worked for them.
Yeah. It did indeed. And now we are moving on to the second game of Arc Battle Queens versus Dutch Community Team Ruby, as I have realised that you are all still on a black screen. So let me quickly change this. Transition. There we go. So you're now no longer on a black screen as I set it all up. I think we are good to go if I open that. Yeah, copy. Link you it. Where are you? There you are. And then copy. Probably should link it when Ren is there because she is the
yeah. Oh. That was... I'm still a bit shocked. It went from nothing to
0 to 100 real quick, didn't it?
Just out of nowhere. DCTR was like, you know what? We're pulling the trigger now. Game 2. What do we expect? If there's not a Lilia ban, you know. Whew.
Yeah.
We will see, hopefully, a change up in how they play the game on inside of Arc, but never know. How are we doing on the setup side of things?
Waiting for people to join. So, yeah, it was. That's kind of left me a little bit speechless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot happened. A lot.
Yeah.
And I think Arc are feeling it. I think they're feeling the pressure now to try and turn this into a draw at the very least for them.
Yeah, they definitely can do it. Definitely can. Just
yeah, I mean, they're not a bad team, and we've seen them pull out wins before.
Yeah, exactly. We did see them in the first game of the season to take a 2-0 over, I believe it was Team Cataclysm. But yeah, it's they really need to just sort of try and I guess get this bot lane rolling. Try their best. Just to, even if it's forcing things, you know, like just draft maybe, I don't know, like Galio mid, Talon in the jungle, and Ezreal and Braum or something, just to be able to dive this bot lane, and force them out of just freezing it and then kind of nullifying the bot lane to allow this top side of the map, because clearly Dutch Community Team Ruby know who their carries are. They're playing through them very well. So Arc Battle Queens just need to enable their carries in the sense, and just not allow the game to be a little bit dud.
As good as Scylla was on the Soraka, if that was an engaged champion, that would have been a different game for them, I believe. Because we saw the Soraka roaming around the map because Ezreal was fine to be by themselves. So if we saw something like a Fresh come out, or an Alistar, or a Rel, just to move around the map with their team, we could have seen them shutting down Sky Cold even more. We could have seen them shutting down Mr. Sleeps more. But, you know, credit where credit is due on the Soraka, but I just don't know if it worked in their draft or what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I really did. I guess try and keep the Ezreal, with the Soraka, kind of keep the Ezreal alive for as long as possible, but it just didn't get to a stage where they needed to do that. They needed... it was just a very rough game.
I mean, we didn't see the Ezreal taking all that much damage. I don't know if... I mean, I know that Scylla does like to play the Soraka.
Yes.
And I get the comfort picks, but sometimes when you know you've got to really pull something out, you go for something a bit different.
Yeah, something a little bit more aggressive, especially if they're going to allow this Yumi to be available. You know, Yumi is just one of those supports where you think, oh god, it's going to be a sleeper lane. What if we just go Enchanter?
Yeah, and it kind of fell apart in all the other lanes. Everything just it was like a well-built wall, but
Yes.
then you had a crack and then another crack, and the whole thing just came tumbling down at once. Whilst
See, it would have been
you had
fine.
Scylla trying to be the cement and hold everything up.
Yes. I mean, honestly, Scylla and Raka, you got to put the respect on the Ezreal. You know, the Ezreal didn't you know, it was kind of their job in the bot lane as Ezreal Soraka just kind of go even or even get a CS lead, which they did. They did their job. It was just kind of the lack of really help it, you know. The Lilia was suddenly they had a 3-0, what is it, like a 4-0 Lilia, or 4-1 Lilia.
We did see Raka try and take any objective that she could as well.
Yeah, with that True Shot Barrage. So the bot side of the map was kind of the cement, but everything else was just, it was too broken, and you kind of just had to break it down to build it back up again.
Yeah. So, which is what we'll hopefully see in this draft. We could see just very similar drafts if they choose to keep the same bands. But I'm not seeing many of the teams playing very much a lot of the meta.
Yeah. A lot of the meta right now, though, is so scuffed. It's basically just count the gore drinkers, who wins.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah and no. I mean, it's gore drinker is a strong item, yes, but if you put it on these assassins, it just makes they're the problem with gore drinker.
Yeah,
the bruisers you can absolutely deal with, but I think if you have something like a Talon with the gore drinker and then you have a Yumi on top of it, it just becomes so much to deal with.
Yeah. Just, it's so dumb on assassins, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I've just forgot to look. We are waiting, I believe, on the side of Ark to join the lobby and just and just be here.
Yeah, I mean, we are slowly filtering in.
Yeah, slowly filtering in. This is why sometimes I prefer VOD. You know, you can just kind of go, right, yeah, we've done our little explanation. Now we can go sort of straight into it. But you know, people are human beings. We can't stop them if they need to go and have a drink, need to go to the toilet, and I know a couple of people as well just need to like have a smoke or something.
Just have a little bit of a mental reset in between the games. You know, get ready for the next one. Completely go into it like the first one didn't happen, and just focus on what you've got to do in that one.
That would make sense. The mid laner for Arc Battle Queens League is bugged. That would make a lot of sense as to why it took a while. But,
we do love a bit of spaghetti code.
Spaghetti Code, Riot Games, a small indie company. Can't blame them too hard.
Absolutely. I want. So with this tournament, are we going to be going into the preseason patches with games to play?
I would like to hope not. If teams play,
because it will become utter carnage.
I mean, dependent when the preseason starts, because if it starts very soon, then we are going to have to.
I believe it's November 12th or so.
November 12th. We're
Let me
going
just.
into playoffs in pre-season. Potentially not for River.
Oh, I think if that's the case, there may have to be like a week break so teams can kind of get used to the new dragons and everything that's happening.
And I mean, it may have to be a fairly long break, a week, 2 weeks, because it will be a case of, you know,
there's a chance of a complete meta shift in bot lane with the changes to lethal tempo. You're going to see more probably Kog'Maw, Lulu, a bit of Jinx and Enchanters, and it's just going to. I think it'll be good for these teams who like their Enchanters.
Yeah, it will be. And the 10th of November, apparently. Not the 12th.
Oh, okay.
That's even earlier. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
So I think that does mean that River... River mid-playoffs will be... pre-season.
Yeah.
But I think maybe give it a week, 2 weeks, give Riot a chance to actually patch the game.
Mm-hmm.
I will send you an invite to the new lobby now because we had to remake the lobby because it was a bugged lobby.
We love that.
Yeah, great.
That you know what? When I was playing with SPX, that was it. Every game, I could never join a lobby, and we always had to get the password. They just would not let me.
Just got to make sure that the teams have the draft link. Sorry about the small delay.
Oh dear.
Let me salvage this. Hang on.
We are doing our best on a budget.
This, yeah. Oh no. What? No,
Oh?
This is the wrong one. It's the wrong one.
Oh dear.
Oh sugar. This could be terrible.
We may have to remake the draft lol.
Found it.
We found it. We're fine. Everything's going well for us.
It looks like it. So. Oh, now I need to open the bloody spectate. There you go.
Oh, they need the spec
yeah, we have the spec link. Don't worry. Yes. You're getting the hang of it now.
We're on it.
We are on
slowly
it.
but surely. We are learning. I'm learning.
Now I believe that we are just waiting for Dutch Community Team Ruby to ready up, or Arc to ready up. One of the teams to ready up.
Just someone to ready up.
One of the teams to ready up.
Oh, and it doesn't look like we're going into the ban.
We're in. Oh, how? Just please, no worries.
Oh,
and we see an potential instant adaptation. The Lily.
Not even a hesitation. Not even a moment's hesitation. They were like, "Yeah, no, Sky Cold, you're not having that."
That was just it was an absolute menace to deal with. Does Community Team Ruby may potentially just be like, you know what? We're just going to ban the same things.
I mean, they had nothing to really be scared of.
Yeah, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it in a way. As the Lulu ban is coming out now against Obsession. Obsession may potentially be a really big Lulu player. I'm not sure. As the LeBlanc is now being banned away.
Yeah, same bans from DCTR. Pretty similar bans from Arc, apart from adapting to Lilia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see potentially a Yuumi ban as well. Yuumi just providing so much for the way of DCTR. We are opting between the Yuumi or the Zillion though. And leaving open the Zillion. Yeah, Yuumi is going to be banned away. So leaving open the Zillion for Mr. Sleeps, I believe it is.
It is, but what are the chances that we see, a Zillion in the first rotation? It just gives Arc so much opportunity to counter.
Yeah. Absolutely. We now see Arc has first pick, so we will see what they decide to put their heavy priority on. Wouldn't be surprised to see it be a jungler, and it is looking like it's going to be a Mumu. Yeah, so potential jungle, potential support. Do you know a Mumu was nerfed in the support role? Bandage Toss was given that flat 70 mana cost.
What is interesting is all of the pro players picking up this Amumu for support, and it just did not go their way at all. It just seems like
kind of instantly, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I think with the Amumu they went in and it won like 2 games out of 11 that it was picked. It was complete insanity. Oh, is this a Lucian Nami?
Potential Lucian Nami angle here.
Oh, it's a Lucian Nami.
It's a Lucian Nami. Now that, if that is an
exciting.
Amumu support, that Amumu is going to get bullied.
Yeah.
That Amumu kind of now has to go to the jungle if they want any form of laning phase in the bot lane. But we will see obviously what Arc Battle Queens want to do with this, whether they want to, send it down to the bot lane and kind of risk the coin flip, or whether they want to just pick whatever. So we will see now as we are approaching the end, and it is going to be a Caitlyn. So Caitlyn into Lucian Nami. So Caitlyn, a very good poke champion. Very strong.
Keeping the range.
Yeah, very strong keeping the range, but Lucian does have those dashes. Nami with the slow on the E as well. It can be a little bit of a pain for Caitlyn to deal with. But DCTR don't have that safe bot lane, so maybe Raka and Scylla can punish them a bit more. As it is the Leona support, so it was the Amumu flex to jungle pick.
I was almost expecting Morgana. Because Leona is going to be in the same boot as a Mumu. Just going to get harassed and bullied in lane.
Yeah, it is the same, but can deal with it a little bit better. If Lucian has to, if Lucian ease in to try and harass against the Caitlyn, Leona can come in, and he really has no mobility other than that E. So,
but it is going to be another game of what will the AD carry build? Will it be lethality? Will it be crit?
Yeah. As Graves is locked in. Graves now, a very good flex pick. Can be played top, can be played mid, can be played jungle. So that is definitely leaving it open to suspicion. But,
I feel like we are going to see it on Sky Cold, though.
I feel like we are. Graves top, very good weak. I mean, thing is, though, pros tend to say that Graves is a good weak side top because he has that 1v1 potential. He has the damage, and just... Putting him on the weak side is kind of against what DCTR are looking to do, but maybe now with this Lucian Nami strong side bot, put Skycold on that 1v1 champion on the weak side in the top, and try and get this bot lane ahead. Especially considering that Caitlyn... Oh, go on, sorry, I cut you off.
I was just going to say, we are seeing the Karma ban in top, so they want DCTR to be able to survive in the top lane. They're seeing the Ornn ban. And then we see Mr. Sleep, Zillion, and the Hecarim. So they were scared of the Hecarim and the Lilia and the Yuumi. It's a complete change in draft, really.
Yeah, a lot of the... but you have to kind of question here, what does Hecarim do for DCTR's draft? Hecarim doesn't really do much, but the Vex coming in now. And I'll tell you who's a strong combo with Vex. Nocturne. Turn out the lights, Vex ult comes in. Very well-known combo. And if that gets drafted, because I do know that Dermat is a prominent Nocturne player, he does like to play a lot of the Nocturne, Arc are now going to have to either pick it away and put it in a lane that's uncomfortable, mid, where Nocturne was completely nerfed out of, or going to have to put him top. And I know for a fact that Ren does not play Nocturne. And even then, it's still a lane. Or they're going to have to put like a Mumu top or something, because the Orianna is locked in.
And all Vex has to do is play safe, because Amumu and Leona, they're going to jump on the Vex, and we're going to see the fear straight away.
And the thing that I think takes the cake is that Vex, look at the champion pool. I mean, as well, let's see what Ren opts to draft, because if she kind of resorts to the Urgot again, then Oh, it's Camille.
Oh, okay.
This Camille gets locked in.
This is that's a strong draft from Ark.
It's a strong draft, but it's unfortunately Vex is so strong into it. You have three champions there that have dashes. Four champions that have dashes. You have Caitlyn with her net, that counts as a dash. You have a Moo Bandage Toss, that counts as a dash. You have Leona Solar Flare, that counts as a dash. You have Camille Hookshot, which counts as a dash. You can see now DCTR are just hovering over all the picks, but it is going to be the Darius. Now, we did see earlier today that Sky Cold did take Darius into Camille, and he absolutely monstered the Camille in lane. He genuinely monstered it, and I would not be surprised to see it happen again. But what's interesting to me is that Ark, Raka, prominent Ezreal player, was not allowed to pick it, was instead picked the Caitlyn.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me because Ezreal, as well in this lane, does... I was saying not allowed, maybe she had a say in it, But if you're a prominent Ezreal player, you'd want your champion if it's available, you know what I mean? But the Caitlyn... Maybe, but I would assume that Ezreal here is actually better.
With the potential of getting the sunlight from Leona as extra damage as well.
Yeah, on the poke as well. It's Ezreal Leona is such a disgusting lane. Like it's so sleeper good.
You just don't see it very often.
Yeah, you don't see it very often. And it would just be really good, and you can 2v8 on it. But anyway,
do you have the draft done?
The draft is done. We're gonna wait up for the I have to wait for the players to ready up, and then we will be good to go. But as you did point out, Ark a stronger draft this game, and
yeah.
What makes me a happy person is to see the Amumu Camille duo. Oh, it was blind pick, so they are just going to lock in the chat. Oh, thank God for that.
I think we are going to see DCTR play towards the top side. No, towards the bottom side, and Ark play towards the top side. The one issue with this being blind pick is if something goes wrong, we have no pausing.
Yeah. That is the issue.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully nothing goes wrong. Yeah. I would prefer to have the pause there available.
Yeah. Rensky is saying blind pick kind of awkward.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward. We have to pause quite a few times usually. Then don't lock in, just quit, and then we can remake it as a tournament draft, I guess. Lobby bug means that people rush and then they make mistakes. It's okay though. We are,
if one of you quits out, we can just remake the lobby.
We don't have to wait the full. Yeah, we may as well just remake. Honestly, if you want to pause, it's also nice to have the fallback of pausing.
Yeah, we don't want something to go wrong and then it be an unfair playing field for one team.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to remake the lobby.
We are sorry for this slight technical issue. We will be back to normal within a couple of minutes. Stuff happens. We are truly, truly sorry for this issue. We won't be too long on fixing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna... so there we go. Send. I think I invited most of you. I need to invite Cyrex as well.
Just not me. It's fine. I'll just watch through the stream this time.
Yeah. That's a great way of casting like 3 minutes behind.
Well, I'm already 3 minutes behind, so what's 6 minutes behind,
True. There we go.
Just Punky. No, we can't report.
Yeah.
No.
Report Skycord. He was the one that made the lobby. So report him. He was the issue.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just a small stepping stone in getting to doing it. So it's tournament draft 5v5. We do have the pause available. There is the Zillion bot.
We're not doing a 4v5. Come on now, Ren. As funny as it might be, would it be funny? Maybe.
I mean, it would be, but
we now have all the players back in the lobby. We are just waiting for them to be in order and for us to be able to get started.
Yep. Just gonna wait for Arc Battle Queens to start the game because they obviously
Obsession.
Obsession.
I mean, fair enough. You know, rewards are important.
Yeah.
But, you know, so is getting a complete 2-0 here if you can do it. Ah, there we go. We've fixed it. I can now, because I'm working on one screen, I've pulled up the chat on my phone so I can see what you guys are saying as well. Hopefully.
Somewhat.
This is just where everything goes wrong for me and I can't see anything.
You won't even be able to see the game.
Yeah. Someone in chat, just say something, just so I have a peace of mind that it is going to come through on my phone.
There you go. I've said
there
hi.
We go.
I said hi because, you know, I'm nice. I didn't.
Yeah.
DB. Oh, hello,
DB.
DB, hello. DB has some spare time and has joined us. I know you're a very busy man.
Oh, dude, but saying no to me on my first cast, that's
mean. That's mean, DB. I hope you feel
Ren.
shame.
Doobie.
He lied. He left us and lied.
He's a liar. Not my kind of liar, the other kind of liar. Disappointed.
Very, very disappointed. All I know is that you were one of the. You were one of.
You were something.
Yeah, he was like the head mod, and then he unfortunately had to leave because he was like, I'm gonna assume that work and everything got like mega hectic, and then.
Yeah, we love that when everything goes to chaos.
Yeah, just step away.
Yeah, Ren is telling him to come back.
Yeah. Maybe he can.
Maybe.
But
maybe not.
Oh right, yeah.
Arc is banning all of the correct champions, and
we do see some CAAAV.
Yeah, DCTR, they're just like, nah. You don't have to give the reasons, Doobie. As long as you're around here and there,
as long as you.
We love having you around.
Yeah, just come and chill out. Check out the stream, give us a viewer.
I feel like me and Atomica are gonna be bad influences on one another.
Yes, we are. Yes, we really are.
I love it. Oh, it's Nami. I was like, I completely forgot what they picked as support here. And it's the Nami with the Lucian. Not the Lee Sin. As fun as that might have been. Back in Season 7 when you were actually able to buy a Sightstone. So we do have everything now locked in. We're going to have a good old 3-minute delay before we get into the game.
You've got to love the spectator delay for competitive integrity.
It's smart to a point where, you know, you could just watch it through someone else on Discord.
Yeah.
But back before we had the Discord and everything, you know, the 3-minute delay was just, it worked wonders. You can't even tell where a ward is going to be kept or placed in the game anymore.
Really
So
don't.
as we say, we do think that, you know, it is going to be prioritizing around this Lucian army. So will we see dragons coming out for DCTR? Or, you know,
You would like to.
It's so hard because we have the Amumu Camille combo, but at the same time, I feel like the Amumu is also going to want to play around the bot side of the map as well. You know, a huge CC combo, if they can bring Orianna down to the bot lane as well. Oh, I think it's going to be another 10 minutes of calm for us.
And then, like, 20 minutes of carnage.
Yeah, 20 minutes of carnage. It's the only thing that I'm truly here for is the carnage, but... You know, sometimes you have to suffer through complete nothing to get to the carnage. I'm really excited to see Mr. Sleeps on Vex. I don't know why. It's just I hate playing against this champion. I absolutely detest it. So maybe I'm going to enjoy watching other people suffer going against it. But I don't know. The drafts don't even seem one-sided. It seems like it could just be such a clash. And I'm so excited for it.
Oh yeah. I am as well. As much as I sound monotone and not excited, I am.
Yeah, you know, this is like the first time I've spoke to Atomica, and I can even tell he's completely.
I'm out of my chair in excitement.
He is stood up. He is waving his arms around. He is cheering.
We are gonna go back to 2014 when the casters didn't have a chair for like a 70-minute game. They had to stand there for like a full-on hour. I'm stood here without my chair. The chair's flung over the floor.
You know, we got the one monitor set up. We've got no chair.
we are really B-Tech here.
And there's just me sat here comfortably with my blanket over me, ready to cast this game. You know, you've got to be comfortable.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Do be. Come on now.
Whoa.
Oh,
yes, Max was yes. Oh, right, you don't understand, right? I was sat here, I was trying to cast Shurima University of Crafts versus LPM, but the US Grand Prix was on at the same time. So I was like, I had my phone on in the corner with the Formula 1 on like one volume, like just constantly looking over. And I'm pretty sure I missed something happen on the stream because I was watching the Formula 1 instead.
You know, and that is how you cast a game perfectly.
Do not take tips from me on how to cast a game.
You know what? I've learned a lot from you today.
Oh, thank you. That's it.
I don't know if it's any good or any use, but I've learned a lot.
Wait! You can have my bad habits at casting as well.
I'm going to end up just being this, like, complete amalgamation of casting, of just learning from everyone. And it's just going to have to be me trying to learn how to bounce off of different people and being like, well, this is this person, so I'm going to have to be like this.
Yeah.
So, as we do get into the game, we have Ark on the blue side, Ren on Camille, Cyrex on Amumu, Floopy on Oriana, Raka on Caitlyn, Dilla on Leona, and on the red side, we have DCTR, Sky Cold on Darius, the Dermat on Graves, Mr. Sleeps is on Vex, Funky Boy and Obsession on Lucian Nami.
Yeah,
We did see the potential for an invade, but they were just cut off by a single ward.
Sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, both top laners opting to go Doran Shield into this matchup. Clearly, I've forgotten the word. Favouring the sustain in lane over the damage that Doran's Blade gives. And both AD carries going Doran's Blade, so both of them expecting to be aggressive in this lane.
It does kind of indicate to me that it may actually just be left as an island.
And that's not what Ren wants to hear, because the Camille Darius matchup is very hard. We may have been a little bit baiting in our analysis of the Dutch Community Ruby draft when we did say that Graves is most likely going to the top side. But,
yeah.
You honestly, though, I mean, even without us, you would expect that to be the case. You know, Graves was locked in at Red 3. Then there was the ban of 2 top laners. You would expect that Graves has been sent to the top side. And they're just banning away, you know, potential picks against it. So, Obsession now is going to get very aggressive. There's the level 2. The bubble is going to miss. And Racket is going to go down to half HP even without the electrocute.
And I do think I'm a few seconds ahead of you once again.
Oh, no.
We love it.
What time are you at?
I'm on 240.
240. Okay, right. I'm at 241. So do you want to pause? Then.
Okay. You tell me when you get to 249, and we'll resume.
Resume. Ren is taking a pretty not favourable trade against Sky Cold. That's quite a lot of damage that she has taken, and also the bleed effect.
Just getting the complete Conqueror stacks in there.
Yeah. Conqueror against Grasp. That's the issue here.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Ren wants to go for the sustain, but just it's not happening just yet.
Yeah, already being forced to base, picking up.
We may see a fight over a Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, Dermat does have the advantage. You know, Darius and Max have the priority. Cyrex is just going to give that one up.
Yeah, and it may even be that it becomes a double skull because Cyrex opts to go for his Gromp, and we see that the Dermat is pathing straight down.
Yep, Dermat is going to pick himself up that double scuttle. Very good priority on him, good knowledge on him, just to go and go to the Scuttle Crab where Amumu was going to go, and with the priority.
See the Zenith Blade miss.
Obsession, good dodge. He is only level 2 though, now reaching that level 3 mark.
We see DCTR freeze again.
Oh, yay! How fun for the bot lane.
Caitlyn, with Dermat so close, it's such a good idea. Look,
they are going to send him away to the Graves, but all the focus has gone on to Scylla now with that Eclipse. There is the Ignite, and there is the first blood. The root is going to come down. The Peacemaker is going to miss, and there's that's a very long-range bandage toss, but a good bubble flash by Obsession. There is no Ignite. There's a good heal from Raka. The auto attacks actually went onto minions instead of the Amumu. The Skyfold. That's a very good drag back in, as he's going to pick himself up a nice trade there. And
I was wrong. We're not going to see 10 minutes of just pure farm in this game.
Yeah, we are seeing, an early kill, thankfully. But it does go to the way of Dutch Community Team Ruby. Punky Boy is going to dash forward. Very aggressive, but a good 50 caliber net from Raka will disengage that nicely.
Raka playing completely aggressive, even in a 2v1.
Is the Caitlyn, does have the extra health, noticing the Nami low on mana. So, good knowledge by Raka. Just to try and poke out.
We were saying about the Ezreal, but the early damage from a Caitlyn can quite possibly match a Lucian.
Yep, but wait until we get the Nami electrocute, and then that's when it's going to be an issue. Because PTA with Electrocute that's a lot of damage.
Maybe the counter is you just take Electrocute on Leona.
Yes, of course. As Ren,
It would have been funny.
It definitely would have been. As Ren, Ren is just getting. Oh, there's the bleed. Sky Cold playing that masterfully, picking up the kill in the top lane, and this wave is going to get shoved in. It's going to be 1.5 waves that Camille's missing. No TP, burnt it earlier, and you just have to say that this really is a bit of a gap in the top lane, really. Again, Dutch Community Team Ruby gonna potentially play through this Darius.
It's hard. They want to play around Sky Cold, and Sky Cold he's not playing around.
Yeah. He's just getting these early leads. He's wanting to pick up these early kills. And he's waiting in the bush. He is level 6 against Ren's level 5. Ren is probably going to expect that Darius has recalled. Oh. There's the slow. He's going to wait for the hook shot to come in. No, he's going to just hook in the
Ren just walks out.
Yeah, but that's a big chunk of damage to take, especially when Darius is on a reset. Can TP back in as well if she decides she wants to try and force this lane in. So it's really just not going well in the top side.
Floopy and Mr. Sleeps just having the time of their lives.
Farming.
Yeah. It's just really interesting to see such a lack of assassins in the game, considering the strength of them.
Yeah. Right now.
There's no Kiana, there's no Talons.
Yeah, and you can see the question mark ping coming out on the mini-map, I mean, Graves is technically an assassin, can build assassin, but
it doesn't seem like he is, though.
No, he's going for the Immortal Shield bow, as there potentially could be a gank up in this top side. However, Dermat is sat on a control ward.
A fun build for Graves could actually be Gale Force and Yomu's Ghostblade.
Oh, a TP is coming in from Vex behind. The Solar Flare is going to land, but there is the ultimate. There's nothing Racket can do.
Mr. Sleeps is just complete burst. Will they give the kill over to Punky?
Nope, they give the kill over to the Vex, trying to get her back in the lane. But the Ocean Drake does go the way of Arc Battle Queen, so it's not the end of the world. As Ren now is most likely just going to get ran down.
Yeah.
Oh, good flash.
And it's just the bleed. Once that is fully stacked, you just can't contend in a fight with a Darius.
Yeah, and Ren can't even base. She has to try and stay for this wave, try and pick up the XP. She can't. She has to base, I think, on that HP. It's definitely within Sky Cold's kill range, Noxie and Guillotine, everything like that.
We do see Cyrex on the top side, though.
Yeah. There is a ward, though. We'll spot him out. Floopy's also coming up, so they may potentially look for a free man. However, it will be caught out. Sky Cold already poking under tower. He is at half HP, but he is going to back away now, knowing that the Amumu is on the way, and so is Floopy. He's just going to look to sit in the middle bush.
Wait,
is he going to look for the 1v3?
Is he going to go for the 1v3?
It's the 1v2. But Ren is low on HP. She has to use SS
completely left, but and Floopy is just walking out.
Yeah, there is the tide, but it's not enough. Very good 50 carbonate. There's a good stun. Punky Boy potentially put out. Dermat is on the way, forcing out the flash from Scylla. The smoke screen wasn't enough. Raka did a very good job there, dodging everything. And I was talking about damage, and you did say, maybe we were saying about Ezreal, and maybe Caitlyn can do the damage. But Caitlyn's opted for the fleet footwork, not the lethal tempo.
Ooh.
So more for the lane than for the game.
Even so, you get the Caitlyn Q to level 3. That is going to do a significant chunk of health.
Very true. As the control ward is there, Amumu is caught out on a ward, so Obsession knows that he can't contest this control ward. The bandage toss did manage to connect onto a minion, but
still opting to walk into the lane.
Yeah, very. Rather than take the ward, just go and take the ward as tactical sweep misses, but Sky Cold can't punish. He's looking to now though. He's actually just zoning Ren away.
Sky Cold is just keeping Ren out of the game.
Yeah, can't do absolutely anything. The Punky Boy is going to take a little bit of damage. The Zenith Blade is going to miss. It is...
Vink is not wanting to see assassins.
Yeah, we don't like assassins. The Skycall does take a good chunk
Oh.
of damage. That is the thing bad. There's the Noxian Guillotine.
Yeah.
There is the Flash Q. It was all over. It was written on the wall. Skycall with another solo kill in this top side. And, you know, Scylla is there. Does have the level 6. Sorry. So there. Oh, that's a very good catch. And also the Zenith Blade is going to catch. That's very well played. Cyrex coming in with the ultimate.
And they leave the kill for Raka. Oh.
The Curse of the Sad Mummy coming in, picking up the kill onto the Lucian, but the Nami was given over to Raka, so very well played there. And Raka performing very well in this lane, you know, beating out this bully lane in CS,
yeah,
and also now matching in kills. So have a quick look at the gold. Can obviously see a gold lead in the top lane. That is pretty much where all of the gold lead in this game lies. There is a small one in the mid lane thanks to that TP double kill for Mr. Sleeps, but other than that, the gold is relatively even elsewhere.
Mr. Sleeps is just with, you know, TPing out of lane and leaving Orianna to free farm. Mr. Sleeps is still not that behind.
There's the slow, good flash from Fluffy, but there is the Graves ultimate. Silex is coming in, does have that ultimate, but Mr. Sleeps is going to find the kill with the Q. Flashes away dirt. Oh, Cyrex is, you're now dead. There's no way you're escaping that, and it's another kill over to Vex. Very well placed E. Oh, it's just gone from bad to worse now for Arc Battle.
Yeah.
Rift Herald.
Raka, pick up your team and put them on your back. You and
We're begging.
Just carry them. Get them into this game. We do see the Gale Force is complete now on Raka. Soon to be, I'm believing, a Gale Force on the Lucian too.
Yes. Maybe even a Kraken Slayer to try and deal with the Amumu, Leona, and Camille. But,
yeah, and I mean, you know, Vex has her Ludens online. It's just... I think Mr. Sleeps can genuinely just one-shot anyone now if he gets the ult on.
Yeah. And that is not a position that this Orianna wants to be in.
No. I mean, if we see Raka play and dodge as well as she has been on the Nami tidal wave and the Nami bubbles, we could see, you know, Raka being the opening into turning this into a draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Raka, they are going to have to try and funnel as many resources into Raka as possible. As humanly possible, they're going to try and have to give this Caitlyn the tools to be able to take down this Darius.
It does look like they are setting up and clearing vision so that Cyrex can make an appearance in bot lane, but we do see the Dermat on the same side of the map, and Vex potentially taking blue and may move down.
Potentially, yeah. Cyrex is here to cover. Dermat does get spied out on a ward, but there's a 2-level difference in this jungle. It's just, it's not going well. The item to just Barmy Cinder, really, and Aegis of the Legion.
I mean, you know, Graves, such a good jungle clear, able to get through these camps, getting so far ahead while Cyrex is opting to try and be in his lanes.
Loopy is being caught out here. There's a fantastic shockwave though.
Loopy is being caught out, but Cyrex is there. Cyrex! Oh, that was... If they don't kill Cyrex, Mr. Sleeps does not get a reset, and Raka picks up the kill on...
and that's just a fail. In the top lane, Darius, Noxian Guillotine killing off the Camille. Extra damage there, but Raka...
Mr. Fluky does make out alive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obsession is going to get caught out here potentially. It's going to hit the slow on the auto attack, but it's not going to be enough. Raka is going to back away. He's not going to connect.
Yeah, I mean, Raka, I think Raka knew what she wanted to do when she picked that Caitlyn. She came into this lane and she was prepared for, you know, she was prepared for this lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And so is Scylla. Scylla's been playing quite well. Caitlyn's been a little bit... Oh, Punky Boy makes sense to himself. There's the stun. But there's the TP though. Punky Boy though, is very low. There's the... there's the
Raka.
root. But is Scylla going to have enough damage? There is no... Didn't take right, took exhaust.
Scylla.
Raka could not commit thanks to the TP from Mr. Sleeps. And there was no TP available. I think Ren was dead, actually, as Floopy could potentially look to find himself a kill on Nami.
Very smart move by Raka to just say, you know what, Scylla, I'm gonna have to leave you here. Scylla trying to take the return kill onto Punky, but not quite able to.
Yeah, oh, Sky Cold has been rooted up under tower. This could be the turning point. 3 levels down, though, is Ren, and that's so much damage. Flashing forward, though, is Sky Cold. He now has no escape, but it's a 1v1, and Cyrex is actually going to pick up the kill thanks to the tears constantly refreshing that damage. And
yeah,
very well baited by Ren.
It's, you know, we are seeing near enough a 5k gold deficit on the side of Arc, but they're fighting. You know, you can see the hunger for turning this game around. Ren is not letting this bother her. You know, Raka is picking up all of this. And I think Floopy is actually taking more of a supportive route this game.
Yeah,
you know,
still captured out Derma though. As we do see now the tidal wave, the shockwave is actually going to miss. As Scylla is going to stun up Vex, and there is the kill thanks to a little extra damage from Floopy with the command dissonance and command attack. The bubble is going to land onto Cyrex. There's the culling. Is it going to be enough? Cyrex is taking relatively no damage here, but Punky Boy is going to find the kill thanks to the Gale Force. Sky Cold is here though. Raka, that's a very good double route onto Dermat. Dermat's Immortal Shield Bow has been propped, but Scylla is going to escape thanks to the Blast Cone. A good 1-for-1 for Arc, you have to say, because it was the shutdown on Vex.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, you want to take these. Like, if you're behind, taking a 1-for-1, it's not the end of the world. And Sky Cold getting maybe a bit too cocky. Able to just take the 1v2 between towers, and Ren picks up the kill.
Yeah, and Dermat, you have no Immortal Shield, but there's realistic way that you get out, but Scylla not able to carry on the stun train onto Dermat. The lifesteal coming from the base item is enough to help as the bubble misses from Obsession. And yeah, it's
you know, and Raka has the BF sword on Lucian's double longswords.
So you would say that Lucian now is looking at an Essence Reaver, whereas the Caitlyn is looking at a Storm Razor, which is a very annoying
Storm Razor. I mean, could even just be Infinity Edge. Cyrex is looking for a fight on Dermat. Mr. Sleeps is here and just completely counteracts it with the ult. Cyrex flashing out.
The shockwave does miss, however, Punky Boy is going to go very low. Brennan, that's a very good vessel to bring to the backline. Floopy, though, is going to be the target. Mr. Sleeps now is left alone. He can't pick up the kill onto Scylla. Floopy takes that kill. Ren did manage to find the kill onto Punky Boy. Now Ren's left in the 1v2. Obsession is there. There's the stun. There's the Q. The tidal wave is going to connect. There's no ace in the hole. All the slows. There's a tactical sweep, though. Ren picks up that kill. Ren, though, 3-3-1 now on this Camille. However, the CS is it's leaving a little bit to be desired, thanks to the laning phase that she's had. No, really turning it around.
But, you know, we are seeing a lot of shutdowns come through, like Sky Cold diving between 2 towers and, you know, getting killed by Ren. It's enough for them to be able to just start coming back into this game. You know, the deficit is now only 3,500. You know, it's slowly coming back for Arc.
Yeah, and you know...
Cyrex. Okay.
They are potentially catching out. There's the guess for Sad Mummy, but the Merc Tread is going to come out. There's the Silver also coming out, and Ren is going to pick up that kill. Especially Team Ruby faltering a little bit here, being a little bit over-aggressive thanks to their early game success. But let's not kid ourselves, you know, this has come off the back of Raka and Scylla.
Yeah, I mean, although Cyrex is playing extremely well, you know, before that fight, I thought Cyrex was just maybe walking away, but he was actually just waiting out the Darius Q, so he wasn't taking that extra damage, and Darius got confident to take the fight, and then Cyrex is like, you know what, I'm back in here now, I'm gonna, you know, and they have the whole team move up, and they take him out, because he's just too pushed up by himself.
Yeah, as well, and did not have that vision to support him. So yeah, you do raise a very valid point that Cyrex did play that fight very well. Cyrex is slowly starting to come online on this Amumu, starting to be the little tanky boy that he is. You know what? Oh, and there's a very good bandage just catching up on forward effects. Ultimate, however, is going to get on the backline, and Floopy's just going to walk into his team. That's not what you want to do, because that is the start, is the fear. Oh, and Silla's going to get feared.
That could be the triple kill.
Oh, there's the ace in the hole, though. He's not going to get tanked up. Mr. Sleeps is almost going to fall. Imagine if the collector was completed on Caitlyn. I know it's a nice thing to go.
Now we could see the dragon go over to the side of DCTR. You know, Floopy is dead with no TP. Sleeps can reset and has the TP up available to go to.
Caught out being a little bit too aggressive, trying to pick off Obsession, and she is dead. Shut down now over to Cycle. There's the flash forward, and that is just a combo. Racket can't do anything. Flash heal. Can't even use the Gale Force in time, and Darius is just so uberly fed, it's not even funny.
You know, Ren was slowly pulling into the game, but they just did not have the vision in this bottom side of the map for them to be pushing into the jungle like that.
Yeah, you know, you have vision control on one side of the map, you tend to give it up for the other side. That tends to be how the game of vision works in League. So, you know, if you have vision on the top side of the map, then the bottom side of the map you're going to expect is not warded, so there could be traps laying around. As Cyrex is going to get caught out, let's go to the side of Mummy. He's just going to use that blast cone away.
You know, we see that DCTR have now gone back up to a 6k gold lead because they managed to pick up, you know, the kill on Raka and the kill on Ren. I believe they were both on shutdowns after that. It's back and forth right now.
It really is. It seems like, you know, it's back and forth, but in a bad way for Arc Battle Queens, you know. It's back and forth in the sense that if it's going forth, they're just going even. But if it's going back for them, there's the Solar Flare. It's actually going to connect onto the slow. There's the Tidal Wave. And the Zenith Blade is not going to connect. And Scylla is going to rue that miss Solar Flare. Missing the stun on that one.
And perhaps gives, you know, DCTR a lot more information than they expected. They now know that they've got 4 people on the bot side of the map for Arc. Yeah, they're looking at the Baron.
Yeah. Immediate processing of knowledge going straight to the Baron. All 4 damage dealers, really. Leaving the Vex on the left side of the map. This Baron's going to get absolutely shredded for it. But our Battle Queens are looking to contest. This could be a big fight.
And Vex does not have TP, and we see Floopy's is slowly coming up. Ren is going in, causing disruption.
Very low. The Hexagon's mating onto Cycle. He's going to be forced to tackle the Baron. A very good lock at the end, I will save Ren, but he's going to die to the bleed. Funky Boy caught out on the front line. Obsession, and Amumu is going to pick up the kill onto Lucian. Raka just constantly DPSing in the front line. There's the Gale Force forward, and there is the ace in the hole. The shutdown on the Graves. Nami is left alive. There's the flash, there's the shockwave, but it's got a miss from Floopy. Oh, that's annoys that one, but you know, a good collapse by Arc Battle Queens and a very good team fight.
Just unfortunate because as good as it was, Floopy has wasted a lot of time now. You know, he came up here and he got nothing whilst the Vex still got the tier 2 tower on bot lane. Yeah.
And the trading of objectives, you know, okay, they stopped the Baron, but what do they lose on the map? They lose the tier 2. It's just going, you know, it's just the slow bleed that you would expect from Arc Battle Queens, especially in the position that they're in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving seeing the macro come out from DCTR. It was just, they had the Nami Tidal Wave. It came through, hit 4 of them, I believe, giving vision on all 4 of them, and DCTR did not hold back. They were like, we're pulling the trigger. They went straight for that Baron. They lost the fight because you know, Sky Cold tanked up the Baron the whole time whilst Ren was there, and now we see Obsession getting caught by the Raka Scylla combo.
Yeah, a little bit more complacency coming out, and there's the Vex ultimate potentially could that's a weird engage.
Very.
Vex, but it doesn't matter. Floopy's going to get picked up thanks to the stopwatch. The Sleep's not going to find any more resets to shut down onto Cyrex. Ren's going to dash forward. There's the ace in the hole. There is the Hex Tech ultimatum. that you'd love to see, just the dash forward, the confidence from Ren to dash forward and to use that exec ultimatum to lock down Punky Boy and make him die for ace in the hole.
Again, we do see, though, we see DCTR taking another tower on the opposite side of the play. We do see that Arc pick up a tower as well, but I believe it's just a tier 1, so they're putting a lot of resources into these plays, and they're working, and they're getting the kills and pulling back this gold deficit. But at the same time, they're just being outmaneuvered. And we see Obsession caught out again by Cyrex and maybe Raka this time. The double bandage toss, and the headshot just takes away a quarter of the Nami's health.
Can't do anything, can't even flash, it's on cooldown. No way for Obsession to survive, and our Battle Queens are slowly coming back in terms of the kills, but are they coming back in terms of the gold? The answer to that question is no, and there's no shutdowns for them to take. Objective bounties are coming in next season, so they're not even going to be able to find any extra gold in that. I guess quite a lot of the gold is in the towers. You know, you've got that tier 1 in the top side still standing on very low HP. That could potentially be your next objective for Arc Battle Queens. You know, just give up this Drake. It's not soul point. It's not the end of the world. You can still get stronger. Well, realistically, you can only get stronger. So you may be in a better position to fight, but they are looking to fight for this Drake.
We do see that Arc are winning these fights, so they don't really have to go for this tower. Like, DCTR are starting to respect the team fight coming out from Arc.
Raka is going to potentially get caught out here, though. There's a good gale force. Obsession's going to find a kill onto Floopy thanks to the tidal wave. Raka is just going to finish up the Drake. Mr. Sleeps is on the front line, though. Sky Cold finds himself the Caitlyn. Ren fell to Punky Boy, and he gets himself a double kill. The flash forward, and Mumu does pick up the Vex, but it's not enough. Double kill for Lucian, double kill for Darius. It is the ace, and now Dutch community team Ruby can turn their attention to the Baron without any worries of them dying.
And just such weird positioning from Raka, who has been positioned so well all game, because you do see that DCTR were on the ward, and Raka did not move when they moved down towards that blast plant.
Yeah, just maybe potentially not respecting the fact that the burst was there on the champions that we're going over, as they are waiting for the respawn of Vex to pick up this Baron. So all 5 members will have the Baron. Very smart waiting there by Dutch Community Team Ruby. But now Dermat 1-1 and 14 on this Graves, level 16. I believe he's the highest. Yeah, he's the highest level in the game as the jungler.
Yeah, I mean, Raka did have a gold lead for a little bit there, but Punky Boy has just about taken over by about 200 gold. They're starting to even bleed Raka out at this point.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, because Arc have got a real chance in his team fights. You know, they've got 2 dragons to 2 dragons. They've been pulling it back everywhere they can. But DCTR are also going for this slow macro game, and Floopy getting caught out and one shot by Mr. Sleeps, potentially even killing Scylla. Scylla says, no, not today. I'm walking out of here.
Yeah, Floopy just, I mean, that ultimate wasn't on the Orianna. Let's be real here. It wasn't. It was just the hitboxes managed to align. So, because of the hit. Ooh.
And Ren, Scylla, and Cyrex catching out Obsession. Now catching out Mr. Sleeps. Mr. Sleeps with no ultimate to do any burst damage. Raka taking the kill on Mr. Sleeps. Now taking the kill on Punky Boy. This could be a return push, but we do see that they tried to go for a 1-3-1 on the side of DCTR, so they do have to reset and go stop these lanes from pushing in.
Yep, they have to stop these lanes, but very, very good catch out from Ren on Obsession. Just Obsession walking up a little bit, being very aggressive with his pathing. But you know, you can't always have the perfect game of League of Legends. You're always going to play when you're ahead, you're going to play the aggression, you're going to go the aggressive routes. But however, it does lead him to be killed. And the rest of his team also fall with Dermat on the sideline. Now Dermat is now going to pick up these Raptors. Going to near side the Leona so he doesn't get stunned up. Very well played. Good target selection to allow himself to escape, but he's level 17 now. And he's got 3 items, almost 4 items on this Graves. It's just horrendous to see if you are on the side of Arc Battle Queens.
But it's as I was saying just before this game, if they'd have drafted something like this Leona in the first game, they would have had such a fighting chance. Scylla really showing that, they have something to prove in this series. Complete and utter domination with these solar flares and going in and playing with Cyrex. And if they'd have done that in game 1, it could have been a completely different game. And it's so good to see how well Arc are taking these team fights with such a good team fight competition.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if the Leona was drafted instead of something like the Soraka in game 1, it would have been a different story in the bot lane.
It just seems like Scylla's playstyle is so good for roaming and, playing the champion for it, like Leona. I don't know. I've just been amazed by Scylla in both the games. I might just be me being biased because I'm a support player, but it's just
being at the right spot at the right time does require good players. Ren now is going to get caught out, but does have the HP now really to survive this kind of onslaught from SkyCold. But
yeah,
it does actually
and we
take
see
SkyCold down to half HP. There is no healing. There's Hextech Ultimatum just to try and get a reset, but SkyCold still has that GA. There is Raka though. Raka here. This shutdown goes onto this Caitlyn. It's going to be big, and it does.
Oh,
this
the headshot. Just so much damage.
I've just realised that there's 4 items on this Caitlyn.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, Raka's been pulling back that lead this whole game. Raka now ahead in gold. The rest of the team, unfortunately, not. And there goes Floopy, perhaps walking in a bit too confident now, knowing they've taken out, SkyCold. But they still have to respect DCTR.
Yeah, they do. DCTR pick up the Infernal Drake, so it will be their Infernal Soul point.
Yeah, it feels like it's just so flip here and there. Everything is coin flip this game. There's like a 10k gold deficit on the side of Arc, but at the same time, when you see Raka, it doesn't feel like there's a deficit because Raka is just pumping out this damage, and all the dodging of the skill shots that she's doing. It's just so impressive to watch.
Yeah, and it is. And honestly, it is a joy to watch. People say, ADCs in Season 11, what a meme. But Raka is showing that you cannot, solo carry seemingly and make it feel like the gold deficit is not as big as it is. The SkyCold now potentially has been caught out here, but near-sighted on the Caitlyn can't do anything. The Vex Ultimate is going to miss, though Raka did dodge out the way. The fleeing does go twice. Floopy is going to get picked up, though. Dermat just way too strong. I feel like there's really nothing that Arc can do. There is the Vexel Mage. There's the root onto Punky Boy. It does go down to half HP. These trap placements are so good. However, the Gale Force is going to pick up Ren. This may be all she wrote. There's the flash ball from Punky Boy, and Moo Moo gets picked up. This really, have to believe, is all she wrote. The wave in actually it may not be. There's no waves, but SkyCold gets blast planted over the wall and just takes the tower as if it's nothing. Yeah.
We see the Baron coming up and the whole side of DCTR. They're ready for it. And Arc they're just walking in too far. You can see the vision scores. You can see the difference on Punky Boy to Raka. You can see the difference on Dermat to Cyrex. And it kind of paints the picture of what's going on. You see constantly that Arc are walking in and they're just getting taken out because of the lack of vision. But at the same time, you've got Obsession who keeps walking up by themselves and placing this vision and getting caught out. And same with SkyCold, just being abused by his lack of vision on the side of the map.
Yeah,
It's everything I always wanted to see.
Everything I wanted to see and more.
Cyrex getting caught by the bubble.
11k gold lead now though for Dutch community team Ruby. They also have that Baron. There's the Vexel. There is the Airborne. Scylla really can't do anything there. There's no flinch. Raka coming in with that Q. It's going to almost one-shot the Vex. Dermat there. Oh, very good heal, but Skycold is there. Cyrex actually stunning himself and almost sacrificing himself so Raka can escape. But I don't think there's much that Raka can do without a front line. Maybe it was just better to just let her die in a sense.
Yeah, although Ren
tank up the tower though, but there is the Noxian guillotine, and that's not enough. Lucian dashes forward, picks up the kill thanks to the crit, and you know, it's just it's over. Just the wallet diff can't really do much now. The Graves just so far ahead. One shot should carry. Skycold coming in the back, and Dutch Community Team Ruby gonna end the game here. Gonna take the 2-0.
A really strong game 1, a very different game 2, and I've got to say for Arc, they should not be disheartened by this game because they had such a good return, but DCTR were just unfortunately a little bit stronger and did take the O.
Yeah, and it was a very good showing from Arc Battle Queens, you know. You go from strength to strength as a team. Sometimes you do have these setbacks where the game just doesn't seemingly go right for you, but it is an unfortunate game. But Dutch Community Team Ruby, as again, take the 2-0. Nah, don't think
it's a scary team to have to go against now. But I think at the same time, Arc is also a scary team. I think there's so many strong teams left in the league, and they all want that, you know, they want that playoff spot right now. They're all fighting to get up there and be, you know, they want to be number 1 and they want to get there, but it's just maybe a bit too late, but they can get up there and get into playoffs, and they can prove what they've got to prove in those playoff series.
Yeah, and I think, because we don't have any more scheduled games,
I don't believe so.
That is all for today. So
that is all she wrote.
Yeah, thank you very much, Liar, for joining me. I hope you no, Vink, there's no time for VODs. It's 9 p.m. I'm ruining not going to bed. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
In around 20 minutes after I check that I've done all my uni work.
There is potential for VODs tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow, what day is it? Is it Thursday? I won't be able to because I'm playing a game.
It won't be me.
Oh, it's Hampy, isn't it?
I believe Hampy is around tomorrow, so he may do some VODs.
Yeah, Hampy
and
VODs.
Hope, you know, maybe just see if you can convince Hampy to do a couple of VODs here or there. See what you can do.
Yeah, I will do. But that is all. I mean, unless you have anything else to say.
Just GG to both the teams. Good showing.
A very good showing indeed. Very enjoyable one as well.
Oh, MVP?
Oh, MVP? Yeah, very true. MVP.
Oh.
Well, I think we know the MVP of Game 1.
Skycold.
And Game 2, you know what? I'm going to be unconventional. I'm giving the MVP to Raka.
Yeah.
For Game 2. I don't care if you know, people are going to shout at me because, you know, she was on the losing team. I don't care. She played a near perfect game of AD carry.
Yeah, like, honestly, Skycold, that first game, still showing in Game 2, but Raka was just a threat to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's MVP from us. We should have done... I keep on forgetting. We should do predictions in chat.
Oh, well. We should have done a vote, but you're tired. You want to go to bed.
Let me go to bloody bed.
Let Atomica go to sleep.
Let me go to sleep. Yeah, you could call me a simp all you want. I don't care. Punky boy, you got out ADC'd in Game 2. I don't care. Fight me. But yeah, that is all for today. Tomorrow it will be Hampy. Doing potentially some VODs and a live game of, was it
It could be any of them.
Oh no, because Crescent Solari and Thingy no longer are playing tomorrow. So tomorrow it may be VODs, but there will be Coordination Intellect versus the Streaming University of Crabs, and oh no, they won't be. That's the VOD. Coordination Inferno versus Paper Squad, definitely as a live. Not sure if there's any VODs. Gablet is also catching up on Friday with Liar.
Hello, I'll be back again.
Yeah, you will be back with us on Friday with Gablet to cover if there are any VODs or games on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys thought you got rid of me just after one little session.
Yeah, we thought our plans have been foiled. Right.
Can't get rid of me just that easy.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids, my plan would have worked. No. All right, that is all from us for today. We will see you back tomorrow, hopefully, if Hampy remembers to do the @hairping. And yeah, we will be back.